Alright, enough said. I could probably get into the review right now, but of course, Mega Man X5, and this is coming at you for what? Was PlayStation 1 and 3 as a download, by the way. So, oh, and it's also part of the Mega Man X collection, so yeah, fun stuff there, right? So,
Hey!
what are you
Listen.
doing here?
Listen!
No!
Hey! Hey! Listen!
Shoot! 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 Go away! Alright. Any rate. Is this a good one? Let's find out. Quick word from the sponsors. Mega Man X5 is the story of a virus. And this virus comes in and starts affecting robots and stuff like that. And so you have to defeat the robots that are affected by the virus. Or at least logic would say that, right? And you do that with your trusty Z-Saber, if you're Zero, which I played most of the game as Zero, so that's why you're going to see more Zero than X here. Or you play as X, who's Mega Man. Beautiful. Beautiful. I always love X, always love Zero. I love playing as Zero more because he's kind of like hard mode. Here's the downside of the story already, though. You kind of have to go through some interactions with characters that don't make sense. And so, if you're playing as X, okay, and the way that the structure's out is different, by the way. Because in the previous Mega Man X4, if you play as X, you play through the whole game as X. You play as Zero, you play through the whole game as Zero. This one, you switch off characters. But different characters will have different interactions with different major characters at different points when you get through each level. And so I kind of picked the bear to go first, and I'm like, hey, let's beat down Smokey. As it turns out, he's not affected. He's not infected. Why are we going after an uninfected? Not very clear on this one, are we, guys? And so you find that for the first half of the game, if you want to play it through the right way, you basically need to go after uninfected robot masters, or Reploids, before you start going after the infected ones. And the uninfected ones have pieces to a weapon or something to stop... to your MacGuffin. Your MacGuffin. It's a forgettable MacGuffin because you get parts for it. And so it just guys, this sucked, okay? The way this was laid out, this sucked. Because the driving force just wasn't there. It's not like the last one. It's the presentation, okay? It's really the presentation of this game that really made it hard for me to get into the story. Because even though the story of Mega Man X was just kind of like, oh, the Reploids are attacking, you know, Mega Man X4, I mean, when they did it in anime full cutscenes with X, it was like sweet. And then Zero had his whole, I'm in love with Iris, I must kill her brother, you know, and it gave the characters more depth. This is just, a thing is happening. We must do something to stop that thing from getting worse. That's a forgettable story there. Look at every story you've ever been in and what really draws someone in. There needs to be a personal depth to the character that's not there. And it's not just like, hey, I remember you.
Hey!
And
Listen!
What? I told you, get up.
Listen!
Go. Get away.
Hey! Hey! Listen!
Shoo.
Listen!
Shoo. Hopefully that one doesn't come back. Anyway, it's got to be more than just, hey, I remember you from this. Give me some depth to the character, something more than just, you know, that's what made Final Fantasy so awesome, is that the characters they had, that they gave them backstories that would hit you here. I mean, it would really pull you in. But now, even then, the presentation of this one does the whole, we'll do you still screens and whatnot, and text and whatnot, and it's not full motion video like it was in 4. That'd be like Final Fantasy 7 going back to, Final Fantasy 7, then Final Fantasy 8 goes back from, instead of full motion videos like 7, it goes back to the same storytelling that they had in Final Fantasy 6. You don't do that! Guys, you don't do that! So I had a very hard time, number one, getting sucked in, because there was no real character connection between anyone. It was just, we have a thing to do, Let's do our thing. We are going to prevent that thing from happening. Don't let that thing get ready. Get the MacGuffin. It will help everything. I hate it when they do that. I don't like it. You really gotta... You guys, just shape up for next time. I hope when I do Mega Man X6, which I will eventually, I hope when I do that, that's better storytelling and more interaction. More better. So, story... Levels. And level selection is something that Mega Man has always been known for. So you bang, 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 go here, go there, go here, go there. And that's always been a staple. And so the problem is that you don't know where you're going. You don't know where you're going. It's got pictures that are hard to determine of the characters up there. And so you got something that looks like a bear. You got something that looks like... I don't know. I don't know what that thing was, but okay, I guess it's an enemy. I mean, you can't tell who's who. And then there's a character that's called the Red, and it's not the character you think would be the Red. And I'm like, oh gosh, guys, make your character select screen more like Mega Man X4, because Mega Man X4, where are you going? I'm going to the jungle. Stain Chameleon. Where are you going? The volcano. Magma Dragoon. The Air Force Base. Storm Owl. And it would let you know what you're doing. It was easy to understand where you were going. The Storm Owl heads up the Air Force Base. The express train is headed by the Slash Beast. And I understood it. This doesn't even tell you where you're going. It doesn't tell you the name. It just gives you a picture. And the pictures, even with the walkthrough, I couldn't understand which Reploid was which. I had to guess most of the time. So I did not like that very much. And
hey! Listen! Listen!
Get out!
Listen! Hey! Hey! Hey!
Go! Get! Swear I'm gonna get that thing one of these days. Additionally, once you get into...
Listen! Hey! Hey! Hey!
Yes! Now, you're gonna stop. Yo. Any rate. Now, that right there is why I hate the levels. Every few steps, Aaliyah has something to say. Shut up! I don't need to know that there's a door up ahead when I can clearly see the door. I don't need to know every few steps something about what's going on when you put so many breaks in the action. It is frustrating. I couldn't play through an entire level. I just like, oh, Leah's talking to me again. It's about as annoying as Navi doing her, hey, listen. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care. I want to get from here to the Robot Master and beat him. I don't want to listen to you every step of the way. If you have to include a story point, midpoint is fine. Midpoint, right before the boss. That's it. You don't keep updating players every few steps. And that is a... frustrating. I hated that about the game, and that is going to cost Capcom dearly. So, gameplay. Gameplay is like Mega Man X4, so you got Zero, who uses a saber, Z-Saber, and you got X, who uses this Armbuster. And so, it's standard. It's standard Mega Man gameplay. Beat a Robot Master, get a new ability or weapon from him, and move on to the next. Certain weapons will cause certain bosses to short out, and good luck beating everyone. That's it. That right there is it, guys. And I found it to actually be tried and true Mega Man. Tried and true Mega Man all the way through. There's not much I can say. I mean, the game controls well enough, and if you're playing as X, you have to find some of his parts to gain some like ability to double jump and stuff. If you're playing as Zero, he gets new abilities based on the characters you beat, and so you get your double jump and your air dash and stuff like that by defeating certain enemies. No big. Unlike last time, though, this time you now have 3. Zero has 3 weapons that use energy. And did you really just rip off the the Quickman level using the Flash Stopper? I mean, look at this right here. This is Quickman all over again. You use the Flash Stopper, or excuse me, the Dark Hold. You use that to stop beams and other stuff from coming in so that you can get through the level. Guys, you've run out of ideas. You crappily threw this game together with sore excuse for storytelling, and it's like you didn't do anything new. You didn't do anything compelling enough to make me recommend. You guys know what's coming. Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Shovel of Shame. Yes. Shovel of Shame on this title. It's... guys, the constant stopping, it hampers gameplay. Nothing new. And I know most Mega Man games had nothing new, but still, they felt, each one felt a little bit better than the previous, or tried to do something. And then on top of that, you're regurgitating stuff? This game was not fun. This game was not fun. Oh, you even get the devil. The golem devil creature comes back in this one. And if you don't know the trick, he's a peach to beat. If you do know the trick, check that out. That is cheap, cheesy, and effective for beating him. So I'm very disappointed with Mega Man X5. This could have been a lot better game. If you're just wanting to play it, just to experience the joy that was Mega Man X5, go ahead, have at it. But if you're like me, and you don't really... you like being able to sit down, enjoy your game. Yes, it's challenging. Yes, it does a lot of what Mega Man did before, but it was just annoying to play more than anything. And Aaliyah's really what killed it the most for me, made it the most frustrating. So, issues with it, yes. I don't like this game. I am shovel of shaming it. Man, this one is the least forgivable Mega Man. This one never should have been made. Morals. Obviously, from a moral standpoint, you've got gun violence, weapon violence, and you are destroying robots. Well, Reploids are technically half bio, half robot, so not exactly cyborgs, but whatever you want to call them. Issues with any of that. The ending of a Reploid life. No. You definitely wouldn't want this one. So, that's Mega Man X5. I'm very disappointed in this game. More frustrated than anything. If you're frustrated, you played it before, comments below. If you think you'd be frustrated, you have anything to say on it, comments below. And don't forget, check out our support link down below. It really helps us keep these things coming. And as always, like, subscribe, comment, share. Gameplay channel, review channel. We'll catch you next time.